Lexi P, and the James. Major winner here. There do you, boy.
Just made it to the casting desk.
Yeah, the power of television. From point A to point B, as I was saying down there, as quickly as humanly possible. So we're about to get this one underway. Na'Vi versus Paravision. As I was just saying moments ago, these teams played at the Budapest Major. It was the best of one, and it went in favor of Blade and his boys on Ancient. As you can see, I won't try and fool any of you. You can see the screens. The first map, we'll bring up the video in a second, will be Dust 2. I believe that will be the pick of Paravision. There was some thoughts yesterday as I was looking at this game, thinking who is going to pick what. Now, the fact that Overpass is removed by Na'Vi means that Paravision likely going to take this to Dust 2. Na'Vi, there's a choice between Anubis, because we saw Paravision play this, they weren't very good, or Inferno, but Na'Vi are 5 straight losses on Inferno, so maybe wanting to steer clear of that at the moment. You also have to take into account that Na'Vi start, that's quite nice, and then probably Ancient is the third. It's quite nice, so it's Na'Vi started the year online with Bounty, and they lost to Monty with like a Zuu and Gizmi. Those guys are British, right? I wanted to get them out there for you.
Shout out.
Now, Paravision started the year also at Bounty, but they didn't bomb out online in the first round. They won the damn thing.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they are coming off the back of a big win on LAN. A trophy that I think for Paravision, it's just that is going to be the start of a run. I think they're going to have one hell of a year here. At least that's just my personal read of the situation. Jane does seem to have found the right constellation of talent.
Yeah, they're keeping a lid on it though, don't you think? In terms of expectation, in interviews, they're saying, yeah, it was a good result, but we're a young team.
Absolutely.
So I think that the confidence knowing that you can go toe-to-toe with some of the best Counter-Strike teams in the world is great, but it's very early for them to get that level of a result. So I think that's going to keep them quite grounded. Na'Vi, their second half of 2025 was quite poor. They had an uptick at the Major. So let's see if they're able to pick up where they left off as we do get underway with map number 1. I am Krakow, stage 2. The big names are here.
Yeah, the second stage begins. I'm very excited to be getting this one started. A whole lot of very good games to look forward to for your Saturday. You know, get yourself comfortable.
Yeah, no excuse.
Your calendar.
No excuse to not watch all the games today.
Stay hydrated, grab snacks in between. In fact, you've even got time just now as we get this one started. So Dust 2 was Paravision's pick. And I mean, you're going to understand very quickly by the conclusion of this series whether or not Na'Vi, especially their Anubis for the second map, very excited to see what that entails.
Na'Vi versus Paravision. Best of 3. လှလေးကွာလှလေးရှင်းမှာကွာနည်းနောက်ကြတိတ်မကြိုက်ချင်တော့အဲ live ကိုမဖြစ်နိုင်ဘာလို့ဖြစ်ခြေကြီးနေခါတယ်ကပ်ရှင်ပြောင်းမယ်ကပ်ရှင်ပြောင်းမလူတယောက်ခတ်မယ်စော်လေးချောချောလေးတွေခတ်မယ်တော့ကပ်ရှင်ပြောင်းလာမန်နျူယ်
Cross smoke, but almost ahead of it, with the flashbang. So they've got the sight line. Wonderful. Going to be overseeing what looks now like a commitment. Charging forward. Bomb on the back of Belchinok, supported and escorted by that back pit play. A nice headshot from Wonderful, and he follows it up as well. Clean execution and dismantling of this T-side assault on the long side. A long-range clock headshot, sure, but he ain't got the bullets, he ain't got the health. It's just Jame getting whittled away at to secure Na'Vi the pistol. Now, I will also remember that, as I was discussing with the Anubis pick, Jame, we had a voice comms check and we was like, you know, screw this map, guys. We don't even play it. We don't even understand it. If they get to Anubis without a Dust 2 under their belt, they could be in trouble. This is a must-win first map in the series.
That is very true. They have had a whole extra day because they went through efficiently through stage 1. So they probably were looking at fixing some holes on that map.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Well, this is where I am curious about what they try and exploit, because the CT setup of Na'Vi, Mikazi holds B. Emma is the A rotating rifler, and then you might want to try and exploit in-game leader Alexi at long.
I'm curious that they've invested both box as just to, I guess,
yeah, so it stops the CT.
Just feels like a lot of smokes to be blowing out.
But it's just it's a mid guarantee.
Fair, right, for 600 bucks.
ကျွန်တော်ဝက်ပြမှာလားကိုဗဒီ3ဘွဲဟိုကလေ post တင်လာတဲ့ချစ်စုံ Facebook မှာအဲ့တော့မနေ့ Vital နဲ့7နဲ့ဖြစ်လဲတွေ့ပြီးတော့ဇိုင်ဦးကိုတိတ်ထဲမယ်ပွဲဂုတ်တွေခက်တွေလုံနေအောင်နေနောက်လို့ပြီ
Any Na'Vi info pushes during this 20-second window? No, Nota's going to show up and puff up his chest that short could be the hit.
Okay, well, this is very good that they have got blocked, but then still had a move. They didn't just sit and wait. Here comes that pop.
Yeah, this is a really nice util set from James. Bit.
တန်ကြောင်းလိုက်တော့သူတယ်ဝန်တော့ရုပ်ကဒေးယုံတယ်စောက်စီကက်ရှင်နေတဲ့တက်ပြီးသွားပြီပွဲတွေလည်းဖုတ်ကတ်လို့ရပဲ
Yellow's Tech 9. The B bomb sign opened up the conversation for a Paravision second round win. Swinging on the door. Off the flash, looking good. Frag from him and needs more. Finds it as well. Yellow's done so much, recovering the M4, and now a 1-versus-1, softened up by the flying MP9.
Let's see, yeah.
Avoid and avert disaster.
What the fuck?
It's pretty
No,
hard
no, I
to
think
take
you'll
a
do that.
Counter-Strike from Na'Vi at the moment, especially once they identify where Paravision are. They're taking a lot of these fights. So in that situation, Noda held them at bay on the rotation towards CT for a moment, but at that point, Na'Vi can identify there's only 2 players on the side and one of them has to be planting. So they just spurt in through the doors. Noda gets there in time. And this one does come down to the 1v1. Now let's see if Jane wants to hedge in right now with a hero AK to keep these finances limited, or if it will just be a partial. But there's definitely an attitude of Na'Vi wanting to take fights. They're not just sitting and allowing the game to be played, because Paravision are one of those teams who can really control the tempo of it.
ငါပြပါလေခဏနဲ့ Australis နဲ့ငါနဲ့လာမယ်ပြီးရင် Vitality နဲ့ Michael စီ simple နဲ့လာပါလား
Studying of opponents.
ဖူးတူဘောတော့ဖြစ်ရသေးတယ်
I think other teams might
Okay, well, yeah.
pushing this game back if Na'Vi do prevail.
They might run the same rounds again.
Of course they will. It certainly looks very similar. Nota starts.
ဘလို့ကိုရှေ့
Lacking a
ရ
little
တနာကစေတူတက်လာတနာကပဲတယောက်တော့လုံးချုံနေရပဲဘာလို့လုံးဘာလို့လုံးနေဘာလို့ရှုံနေမှာမသိဘူးကိုအာချက်ပြနာပြီလားနေပြီလားဝလက်ပြောက်ထဲမဲ့ကောက်ထဲမဲ့ကုတ်အဲ့ပြောတာပြောက်ထဲမဲ့ကုတ်